Welcome to part 2 on how to gain a new perspective on your child with ASD. If you missed part 1, no big deal. I will put the card up here and I will also link it at the end of the video. So part 2 is coming right up. Enjoy. Okay, let's move on to point number 2. Visualize and write down the goals for your child.
What the hell am I looking at? When does this happen in the movie?
Now. You're looking at now, sir. Everything that happens now is happening now.
What happened to then?
We passed then.
When?
Just now. We're at now.
Go back to then.
When?
Now.
Now?
Now.
I can't.
Why?
We missed it.
When?
Just now.
When will then be now? Soon.
Sometimes the plans will align. Sometimes they won't. I can tell you now it's definitely going to be both, but that's okay. Plans are worthless, but planning is everything. So you have to evolve to a point to where you are actually planning out the goals and the types of things that you want to see for your child. You have to be able to visualize it. You have to be able to see it, because if you don't do it, nobody else will. Even if it's recommended to you by a support person, if it's not your goal and you're not passionate about it and you can't see it, nobody else will see it. In my opinion, and in my experience with neurotypical kids, this is a lot easier. My youngest is 7 years old. He does not have autism. I don't think I've taught him anything. I didn't teach him how to hold a spoon. I didn't teach him how to log on to his computer. Like, there is so much that he does that I did not teach him at all, because it's a very monkey see, monkey do. When it's a neurotypical child without autism, they just see things and they just do it, right? Real simple. That's the way they work, right? However, when your child has autism, it's not quite that simple. So you need to develop a warrior-like, intense capacity and passion for the things that you want for your child. Do you want them to do jumping jacks one day? Do you want them to be able to do a squat? Do you want them to write with their right hand and their left hand? What are the types of goals that you want to have for your child? I think you bring in other stakeholders like your occupational therapist, your speech therapist, whatever therapist you're working with. Certainly bring them in and collaborate on those types of goals. But it's on you to start churning out those types of questions and goals, those analytics that you want to see answered. Do you want them to tie their shoes? Cool. By what age? 5, 7, 9, 10, 15? I don't know, right? That's up to you. But if you don't dream it, if you don't birth it, if you aren't the catalyst behind it, it's not going to get done. So it's definitely on us to churn those questions out and push the envelope for our children. All right, moving on to point number 3. Point number 3, triage the support system.
And you know she cheats on Aaron. Yes, every Thursday he thinks she's doing SAT prep, but really, she's hooking up with Shane Oman in the projection room above the auditorium, and I never told anybody that because I'm such a good friend.
Okay, this is kind of a downer point, but hang with me here. Unfortunately, right, wrong, or indifferent, a lot of the friends that you had in family, you have to understand this is a very confusing time for them. Your grandparents that interacted with your other children in a specific way now needs to perhaps alter what they do to get the most out of that relationship. Some of your friends that you used to do certain activities with that perhaps now your child is more sensitized to, right? Like, let's say you should go out to a very crowded park or play area and it's fantastic. You and your friend, your girlfriend, whatever, boyfriend, your friends and family, it was amazing. But now your child finds that area too stimulating and now you can't hang out anymore, right? So a lot of your family and friends, it's a confusing time. And unfortunately, some of them don't make it to the other side with you and they don't make it through the journey. And that's just the way it goes. So again, not another popular point, but you know how this channel works. We keep it real here. We don't pull any punches. There could be several reasons why your friends and family aren't there anymore. Ignorance, fear, just the unknown tends to scare people. Humans are simple. It's just the way that we're wired. So in that regard, I would encourage you to just forgive them, because simultaneously, while the people you knew beforehand may or not be there, you're going to have a whole nother group of people that will now be there for you. People who you didn't even expect to come to your aid and show an interest in life, they are now going to be there for you. And you'll be like, hey, we used to talk like twice a year, and now we talk every single week. You just never know the capacity and interest that humans bring to the table in certain situations. So your support system that you knew before autism might not be the support system you have after autism, and you just have to develop a patience for that and a triage for that, and be ready to lose some, but also be ready to gain some, and be okay with both of those results. All right, boom! 3 tips on how to gain a new perspective on your child with an autism spectrum disorder. Thank you for clicking. If you like this content and it was helpful, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe, and share it with anybody you think this content would be appropriate to. My name is Daniel, and I will see you on the next video.